Hey guys, it's Kristen and we're in 2014! Can you believe it? I can't. 2014 was one of the best years for music, one of the worst years of my life. Glad we're going back. So, we're gonna start. I was living in Nashville at this time, and I saw R5. R5 in Nashville. And again, this was a very, very special show for me. I had meet and greet. A lot happened, so we'll start there. So we were in line. We had to separate the lines. I got behind this little girl who was very nervous to meet them. That's what happens to me at every R5 show. A child finds me and they cling to me, and then that's my life. Every single one, every single show I've ever been to, I have a story like that. And when I say child, I do mean like 6 years old, 5, 6 years old. And I was like, what, around 20? 19, so, but it was also kind of nice because just to kind of like be that person to like calm like a 6-year-old down is really nice. And then their parents are always really nice too, except for the parents in this particular crowd who was like, just stay with this girl and I'm gonna go get food, and then looking at me and being like, you're in charge of my kids. And I'm like, I've never seen your kids in my life, why would you put me in charge of them? Like, why would you do that? Parents are weird. Whatever. I don't really have memories of taking the picture with them, like at all, like none. So I don't remember this meet and greet whatsoever. I don't remember the soundtrack. I don't really remember the show. But I do remember Brandon and Savannah were there, which is A+. I love them by this point. Like by this set, like after the set, I realized I really, really love them and I really like their music and they were really cool. I forgot how many covers there were on this tour. This was the larger tour. And they did like 3 or 4 covers. Like they did so many. I cannot believe how many they did. But, you know, whatever. They technically only had 1 album by that point, so yeah, I have no memory of this show. I remember I was second row. That's about it. And then after the show, I go and get in line to meet Brandon and Savannah. And then I chickened out and I got out of line, and then I got in line, and then I got out of line, and then I got in line, and then I was like one of the last people in line. Because I get nervous so easily. And that was proof that I get nervous. I finally met them though, and I was talking to Savannah, and she was like, yeah, we have these EPs, we have posters, like, do you want one? And I was like, oh yeah, like I want an EP, because like I did. And then I didn't have the cash, and then my credit card wouldn't go through. And not gonna lie, Savannah was like, are you sure that's your PIN? And I'm like, I'm pretty sure I know my PIN better than you know my PIN. Like, it was kind of like rubbed off. Yeah, I found out later that night that like I didn't have $5 on my card. 2014 was a year, y'all. I did not even have $5 to my name. So that's how that happened. And then she was like, well, I'm just gonna give this to you. And I was like, you can't give it to me. And I was like, I'm just gonna give this to you. And I was like, you can't give this to me. And she was like, Brandon, she won't let me give this to her. And Brandon was like, I'm gonna give this to you. And I was like, dang it. So I took it. And then I was like, I'll repay you. And they were like, no, you don't have to. Like, whatever. Let's take a picture. And blah, 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 blah. My first impression of them was literally like arguing with Savannah about them giving me free stuff. And then I left. And then I got home and I put $5 on my shelf and I left it there because I was give that back. And this is to be continued. Also, that was the first time I ever got sun poisoning. Being out like outside in the sun in Nashville, it was like I wasn't hot, but it was like hot. I was in like long sleeves and jeans, but like the tops of my feet got so, it was sun poisoning. Like it was bad. But it was only the tops of my feet, and I didn't realize until I got home because the adrenaline had worn off. I can't speak. The adrenaline had worn off, so I didn't realize until then. But that was that show. I mostly have no memories, and then Brandon and Savannah forced their EP on me. I think I still have, no, I don't have it. I don't have it. I have the actual CD, but I don't know where the case is.
stands. So wait up, give me one more chance. Oh, just one time, then I'll move on. Give me one more chance. Just need too far to go to fall to pieces.
Thanks for watching. My name's Kristen. I'll see you soon, and that's a promise. Bye.